Studio time check says it's 35 minutes past 6 a.m. Good morning to you, dear listener. Thank you for tuning to Wells Radio 89.3 FM, your preferred wholesome radio. We're reaching you live from Wells Broadcasting House, which is located along Alafin Avenue, Uliole Estate, Ibadan. Welcome you this wonderful Thursday morning, today being the 17th day in July of 2025. I hope you're having a good day. If you're up already, getting dressed, getting ready to go to work. Your children are probably getting ready to go to school. Whatever it is you're doing as you go out this morning, don't forget, treat others the way you would like to be treated. And maybe, just maybe, the world can be a better place. All right, this morning, the program is Perspectives Unlimited, and I'm your host, Bolanle Oduekun Ayola. On Perspectives Unlimited, we take a look at headlines and stories making the rounds across the different dailies in Nigeria. Might I add that this is Wells Radio 89.3 FM, your preferred wholesome radio and your number one family radio in the whole of Oyo State. Here we broadcast wholesome content that is suitable for every single member of the family, okay? From the youngest to the oldest. You'll find at least one program here on Wells Radio 89.3 FM that you can, identify with. So this morning, Perspectives Unlimited, taking a look at headlines and stories making the rounds across the different dailies in the country. We're going to be taking a look at the latest stories, discussing these stories, going beyond the news, trying to help you make sense of it. And yes, we'll do that. Okay, you can watch us live on Facebook because we're currently live on Facebook. Okay, so you can join us on Facebook at Wells Radio 893 FM fan page, a fan page specially curated for you, our dear listeners. All right, so just go there. Don't forget to like, follow, and share. Also comment, drop your comments, and I'll definitely read them. We're also live on Facebook. YouTube rather. We're live on YouTube. Wells Radio 89.3 FM. Okay, so make sure that you go on YouTube, like, subscribe, comment, and click on the notification bell. It helps us to remind you when next we're having a live program. Okay, so make sure that you do that. This morning I have the front pages of several dailies right here in front of me, and we'll be taking a look at these dailies. All right. I'm going to lead with the Punch newspaper this morning, where the lead headline says 2027 tensions. Buhari's CPC bloc may dump APC. Some CPC chieftains likely to quit, but APC remains unshaken. This is coming from Shitu. More headlines: Shetima, Atiku, Obi attend Buhari's Fidao in Daura. All right, that story is on page 16 of the Punch newspaper. More headlines: Insurgency. NAF to acquire 49 new fighter jets. That's on page 16. We also have this 151 top police officers under investigation, says NPF. That story is on page 12. Fire share weeps as court clears ex-governor of 6.9 billion naira fraud. That story is on page 18 of the Punch newspaper this morning. More headlines: CBN injects $4.1 billion to defend Naira as reserves decline. That's on page 17 of the Punch. JAMB uncovers 9,460 illegal admissions in 20 tertiary institutions. That's on page 10. 2027, Atiku's PDP exit sparks political firestorm. That's on page 3. And finally, Obasanjo Anyoku push for better leadership and new constitution. That's on page 7 of the Punch newspaper this morning. Well, you can pick up a copy and you can stay tuned and hear us discuss these issues this morning. Moving on to the front page of the Guardian newspaper, the lead headline says Buhari farewell. Obi Atiku defend absence as Lukman flags shift in endorsements. Tinubu showers praises to lead Buhari's tributes at FEC meeting today. Atiku's PDP exit letter aimed at stealing spotlight from Buhari's death, says Keyamo. Shetima leads Fidal prayers for former president in Daura. Chinese President Xi sends condolence message to Tinubu. That story is on page 6 of the Guardian newspaper this morning. More headlines. Plateau urges calm as Riyom attack death toll rises to 32. That's on page 30 of the Guardian newspaper. CPPE advocates trade policy instruments to further ease inflation. That's on page 3. Party leaders unfazed as Atiku dumps PDP the third time. Okay, that's putting a number to it, and that story is on page 6 of the Guardian newspaper. Huriwa, DSS ex-director, dismissed Turkish envoy's alarm as political. That's on page 3. Federal government blames rising cases of cardiovascular diseases on high sodium intake. You find that on page 4. Osun residents raise concern over Adeleke Aregbesola face-off. You find that on page 5 of the Guardian newspaper. And on the front page of the Daily Trust, Makinde Keyamo, others react as Atiku quits PDP again. All right, that's on pages 3, 4, and 5 of the Daily Trust newspaper. Abducted Niger women return with pregnancy and babies. That's on page 13 of the Daily Trust newspaper this morning. Experts link FX stability, seasonal famine to inflation drop. You find that on page 25 of the Daily Trust newspaper this morning. These and many more are the headlines making the rounds across the dailies in Nigeria this morning. We're going to discuss them. When I say we, it's because I have our analyst in-house today, Mr. Olale Kasani. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning to you, madam.
And how are you doing?
I'm doing well. How about you?
We give glory to God. Over the past couple of days, I mean, a couple of Nigerian leaders, and I use that term loosely, have passed on. Started with, in our own courtyard here, the Valley of Ulioli, and then we had the Olubado, and then we had the president, the former president, and the Awujale of Ijebuland. Death is a leveler, because just like birth, no one can escape it. So many people have had things to say about all of these people, and we've had this conversation off air. But let's talk about, what's just, one thing that all of this happening, brings to the forefront.
It brings to the forefront the fact that we are not going to live forever. And no matter how long you live, you are going to leave this place. You came from somewhere, you are going to go to another place. I do not believe that life ends the moment someone is unable to breathe again. We were somewhere before we came here, and I believe there is another type of life. I may not know the shape or form, but I believe something lies ahead. And for that reason, live your life knowing too well that today may be the last. That's just the truth of the matter.
All right, if you're out there listening this morning and you're probably going somewhere to cause some trouble, or you're going somewhere to do something that you know it should not be done, hear these words and reconsider this morning. All right. We're not here to give you words of wisdom. Let's get to the dailies and take a look at the headlines this morning. Now, there are many headlines that actually require our attention this morning. Let's start with the headline on the Punch newspaper about Buhari's CPC block, saying it may dump APC. Now, according to the Punch, they say that analysts believe that the APC may face renewed challenges from former President Buhari's formidable cult-like followership. That's the word they used, long estimated at over 12 million. They say that tensions have begun to surface between the APC and the ADC, with both parties trying to attract Buhari's political, base. Looking at how things are, Mr. Sani, between the president and the vice president, do you think that the APC has a good chance at losing the CPC, knowing that the APC is a formation of several,
parties,
mini parties? And do you see the APC losing the CPC? And do you see this even affecting the APC at all?
The truth of the matter is that the APC is in a very tight corner right now.
Mm.
Before the former president died, 99.9, I don't want to say all of his supporters, but 99.9% of his core followers were excluded from this administration.
Mm.
Not one of them was called to come and say, okay, come and be a part of this
Yes,
administration. And that means a lot. It means you do not want us. If you do not want us, we are going to go to where they want us. And that was one of the reasons why the ADC came on board.
Let me ask a question. Apologies, so that to make
Please.
it clear. You said many of them were,
Exempted,
excluded.
yes.
Does this mean, and obviously we know that many of the supporters of the CPC are northerners. So is this painting a picture that the current president, to an extent, has excluded the North from his administration?
No, you wouldn't say the North totally. The truth of the matter is that North is not represented by an individual, just like the South is not represented by an individual. There are different blocks, there are different camps. What I can tell you, it's not just about the North itself. The CPC was fairly present in the South. I mean, they had people who flew their flags in the South air. And across the Niger, in both directions, not one member of the CPC is in this administration. And that has shown to them that they are not needed in the APC. And it's no big deal. If you do not want us, we go somewhere else. And that is why they are teaming up with other people from other political parties to say, okay, let us build it on the front. We did it 12 years ago. We can do it again. And in all seriousness, I see them as the party to beat come 2027. And the reason for that, there are two ways to win in a political game. Number one is the surest way is to go through the people. Talk to the people. That is, if you are not in power already. If you are in power already, do exactly what the people want, and nobody can challenge you. That is just the truth of the matter. The other way is to go through political alliances. Talk to politicians who have grassroots support, and they are going to come out to say, okay, he's our person, we can vouch for him, vote for him. I think the president is losing out on both ends. The people, he knows too well that he's not doing well, in the court of the people, because every time he talks to the people, he always says, oh, give me time, give me time. You can't be doing what is good and still be saying, give me time. He knows too well that he's not communicating with the people in a language that they understand. And the political class too, it's not just working there. So it's about keeping the body-long cult rolling, not generally the APC. There are people even within the APC, apart from the CBC bloc, that are not enjoying what is on the ground. Yes, because they are exempted from everything that is happening. It's just about watering the body-long cult. If you are a part of the body-long group, you are doing well. You are going to have something to do in this administration. But if you do not belong to the body-long group, God help you. You don't play politics in that manner. If you are the president or the governor, you should accommodate everybody. But like I said, that is actually the second avenue through winning or keeping political offices. The best part, the surest part, the shiniest part is to go through the people. And sadly, the president is not doing either of the two. So for me, 2027 is going to be a Herculean task for him. A lot of people are not in the least way satisfied with his performance in office. And there are instances where that happened, but politicians are now going to be the one to go to their respective villages to mobilize and, canvass for him. And he's also not doing well there. So how does he want to make it in 2027? I don't get it.
Well, he probably has a game plan up his sleeve. The ADC's interim national publicity secretary, Bolaji Abdullahi, in an interview with Punch, said most of the Buhari loyalists are already with the ADC. He said they are with the party, the likes of Babachi Lawal, Abubakar Malami, Issa Pantami, Emeka Nwajuba, Nasir El-Rufai.
The list is endless. The list is endless.
Yes. And, he said that, he also said that one of the reasons many of them are leaving the APC is because, and this is in his words, he says, President Tinubu's government has blamed Buhari for almost every economic woe. So why would Buhari followers or loyalists remain with the APC? Well, 2027, as I always say, is still a long way from home, and we'll keep
It is.
following.
It is not. It is not.
We'll
It
keep
is not at
following.
all. It is just around the corner. And, a lot of people say, oh, have you guys deleted 2026? No, they
It's
haven't.
a part of 2027.
We are in 2025. Activities are happening,
Mm.
but the activities are tagged 2027. We are still going to see more of it in 2026, but the focus is going to be on 2027. You do not win a political presidential campaign in just 6 months. It's something you must have been doing for years, and the activities have started, but they have labeled them as 2027. If you do, as a politician, if you do not get 2025 right, you don't get 2026
You
right,
can't get it
forget
in
about
2027.
2027. So that is why they are all running helter skelter because of 2027
All
now.
right, let's move on to one story that, well, maybe not exactly surprised many people yesterday, but I mean, it's still what it is. The resignation of Alhaji Atiku Abubakar from PDP via a letter that was delivered to the Jada ward of where he's from. I believe you saw the letter.
Mm-hmm.
If you're listening and you didn't see the letter, you can go to X, or better still, just go to the Punch newspaper, and search the story out. You'll see the letter with the letterhead Atiku Abubakar, former vice
Vice
president,
President, Federal Republic of
so
Nigeria.
dates to so dates with the coat of arms. Now, he released that. But we saw that letter yesterday. The letter was actually cited on X, former Twitter, by a special advisor, or from a special advisor. And now, the media advisor to the former vice president, who notably said a couple of days ago that the rumors that the former vice president had resigned or left the party was not true. He said that those rumors were lies and they were not true. He has now come out to say that the letter announcing his principal's resignation from the PDP was leaked. He said this on a TV channel yesterday while reacting to the controversy surrounding the timing of Atiku's exit from the PDP. This timing, because some have said that he has decided to steal the spotlight from.
The
At this
death
point, we
of
should probably thank God that he didn't resign on the actual day of the burial, or that's on Tuesday. But many have said, okay, he orchestrated it to also
coincide.
still
Okay.
the former president Buhari's thunder.
Okay.
Um, Also, many other people have spoken. Notably, one of them, our governor in Oyo State, who have said, "Oh well, bye. Your leaving is not going to disturb party activities." What do you say about this, Mr. Sani? Considering the fact that we've heard that Alhaji Atiku Abubakar is a career man, because this is not the first time he's leaving the PDP to pursue his dreams.
Thank you. Let's start by saying that I'm not his handler, I'm not his media PR, but we cannot lie against somebody. That is not my type of person. The day Buhari died, which must have been July 13th, Atiku was not even in the country. So he must have written the letter ahead of time to be released to the Jada ward on the 14th. He returned to Nigeria on the 14th, or if not 15th, for the burial of the late president. So the idea of him trying to steal the show during Buhari's burial does not make sense to anybody who wants to be fair to that man. Let's now talk about what the governor of Oyo State said. The governor of Oyo State said that, it's okay, somebody has been holding the party down. If the person wants to leave the party, it's fine, it's well. Let me take you back to 2018. I mean, that shouldn't have come from the governor of Oyo State. Let's go back to 2018. There were two major camps in the PDP of Oyo State as of then. It was between the current governor and former governor, now Lubadan designate to be Senator Rashidi Adewolu Ladoja. There was the Ladoja camp, there was the Seyi Makinde camp. And in all seriousness, the Seyi Makinde camp was not finding it funny. It was like fighting a giant. He was a greenhorn in the party then. Nobody knew him. He had not even been a councillor. Around that time, and he was contesting against someone who was a senator, who was a governor. I mean, you can understand that it was an uneven match. It was this same Alhaji Atiku Abubakar that showed him the way at Abuja. Okay, if you want to get the structure of the party, this is how you are going to do it. You go through this channel, you go through this path, and you are going to get the structure of the party. Today, that same person is the person holding the party down. In all seriousness, politicians are people you wouldn't want to go into their mess. They understand one another very well. But Atiku Abubakar still has the honor of leaving the party when the party is not working for him. Did Seyi Makinde have that honor in 2023 when he felt like the party was not working for him? He didn't have that honor. He didn't have that dignity. Rather, he stood within the party and he sung the party. That does not strike me as somebody who is principled. I am not totally happy with the way PDP has become right now. I'm not a member of the PDP, but I believe the PDP should have been the biggest opposition party in this country right now. But the PDP is failing to do that. Anybody still insisting on the PDP right now must be an enemy of Nigeria, because if you are not interested in democracy, what is democracy without opposition? If you are not interested in building a viral opposition, then you are not a friend of the country. What exactly has Seyi Makinde done in the last 2 years that Nigeria has been in this mess? Has he really come out to say, oh, this is not supposed to be, this is what we should be doing, oh, Mr. President, that is not right? No. After the presidential election that presented President Bolanle Tinubu as president of Nigeria, he said he was happy and proud to be part of the people that actually punched the reset button on Nigeria, meaning he was part of the people that installed this present administration. He shouldn't be pontificating. Rather, he should be apologizing to Nigerians that I am sorry to be a part of this. That is what I am talking about. Like I said, I am not speaking for Atiku. Atiku has his own views as well. But what is happening right now, what Seyi Makinde is saying right now shouldn't have been coming from his mouth.
So a summary of what you're saying is it's better to live honorably.
That is it. If you are not satisfied somewhere, move out. Get out of the place. At least people are going to understand that, okay, this guy stands for something. He's not getting what he stands for, and he's leaving the place. I mean, that shows honor, in my opinion. Instead of staying somewhere, complaining about it, and still stay there, and not even stay there to be inactive, you are actively working. He said it in 2023 that he was going to work against the party, his own party.
He said it.
He said it on a live radio station in Ibadan, and I listened to him. I just shook my head for him. This guy is a joke.
All right. Do you see this happening, more frequently in the coming days? Party members leaving their parties, and when I say their parties, I mean the two parties that are, that's the APC and the PDP, to go join this coalition publicly.
Yes, it is happening already. People are moving in droves. I mean, I am not a member of the ADC. I don't even know what the party stands for as of this particular point in time. But I am enjoying something that the party is doing. And the party is trying to, present itself as a credible alternative to what we have on the ground by coming up with alternative policies. And that is what makes democracy thrive. Nobody is an encyclopedia when it comes to politics. So if you have people who are going to show you the way, I mean, I support that. It's about making Nigeria great. Whoever is bringing the idea is not what matters. Let's have, credible ideas that we can use as alternatives to what's on the ground. That's it.
All right. It's still Perspectives Unlimited. We'll take a short break. We have to pay some bills, and we'll be back. When we come back, we'll be talking about the patriots who are currently meeting and talking about trying to change the constitution. Please hold your calls. We'll take calls after the break.
Hi, this is Nene from the boat safety team. You can't see us, but we're right here with you on every boat ride. To your left is the ride insurance team. We insure your ride as soon as your trip starts. To your right is the record audio team. We keep a recording of your trip for 24 hours in case you need it later. And behind you is the customer support team, ready to chat 24/7. We're the boat safety team, by your side on every ride.
How long will it take you to confirm payment? I have have been waiting for the past 1 hour.
I'm so sorry. Our network is slow. I will just run out of data.
Same excuse yesterday. It is unacceptable, please. You better switch to One Data Internet Service.
One Data?
Yes, One Data. One Data is an internet service provider with the best alternative and solution for unlimited speed. One Data provides fast and reliable internet service to organizations, homes, and places of interest in Nigeria. With One Data, you get to enjoy the premium internet service with dedicated unlimited internet speed at all times, 24/7 fantastic customer service and support, and you enjoy a 1-month free subscription when you make payment. Now is the time to say goodbye to downtimes. Sign up with One Data today on 0811 223 2671 or visit www.onedata.ng for more inquiries. One Data, unlimited speed.
Give your child the gift of excellence at Juniors International School, Alafin Avenue, Oluyole Estate, Ibadan. Are you searching for a school where top quality education meets care, love, and safety? A school where skilled professionals ignite young minds in an environment that stimulates learning, creativity, and moral growth? Do you desire a school that offers rich academic curricula designed to prepare your child for local and international examinations, opening doors to future success both within and outside Nigeria? At Juniors International School, we don't just educate, we discover and nurture each child's unique aptitude while molding them into highly productive global citizens driven by godly principles. Join us on the journey of raising tomorrow's leaders. Admission test into pre-nursery to year 5 holds on Friday, 1st August 2025. Venue: Juniors International School, Alafin Avenue, Oluyole Estate, Ibadan. Time: 9 a.m. Admission forms are available online at www.juniorsinternationalschool.com or at the school premises. Juniors International School, Center of Excellence. Boost your business with Wells Radio 89.3 FM. In a competitive world of business, strategic brand and product positioning is key to growth. Don't remain unseen in the shadows. Shine a spotlight on your brand with Wells Radio 89.3 FM today. Why Wells Radio? We are your state's #1 family radio station. We connect with the heart of families in your state. As the smallest unit of the society, families trust Wells Radio for quality content and information. Visit us today along Alafin Avenue, Oluyole Estate, Ibadan. Our white and blue building just before Sharp Corner ensures your business won't go unnoticed. Advertise with us today. Call our marketing office on 0903 936 8185. Call Toby on 0803 509 3394. Yomi on 0706 616 5053. Take the leap today. Let Wells Radio 89.3 FM be the megaphone for your business success. You won't regret it.
All right, you're welcome back. It's Perspectives Unlimited on Wells Radio 89.3 FM, your preferred wholesome radio. A big thank you to our dear listeners who are always, ready to be a part of the show. Okay, the phone lines are officially open now, and you can be a part of the conversation this morning. 0916 893 1000, 0915 333 4893. and 0911-3333-893. I'll take the numbers again: 0916-893-1000, 0915-333-4893, and 0911-3333-893. These are the numbers to call to be a part of the conversation this morning, okay? So you can call and let's have your thoughts. Also, you can drop your comments on our Facebook fan page, Wells Radio 893 FM fan page. We are currently streaming live, and you can also drop it on our YouTube platform. We're live on YouTube as well. Drop your chats, and I'll definitely read them. We already have a couple of comments on Facebook, and I'll take one of them. Adedamola Okunola says, okay, let's take this call before we take the comment. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you, madam. Your name and where you're calling from.
This is Miriam from Oduekun.
Hello, Miriam. Let's have your comment this morning.
The defection or resignation from political parties is it uncommon during election period. But I pray the Lord will lead Nigerians right to be able to identify politicians with trust, accountability, and integrity, and vote for them into power, because I believe we need fresh perspective in Nigerian politics. May God lead us right. Thank you, good morning.
Thank you so much. She says defection is not uncommon in these times. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. All right.
Hello.
Okay. Good morning to you, sir.
Hello.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Hello.
All right. You can call us back 0916-893-1000, 0915-333-4893, and 0911-3333-893. Hello, good morning. Good morning to you, madam.
Yes, ma'am. This is coming from Malacca.
You're welcome, Ruth. Let's have your comment.
Yeah, on the statement accredited to Governor Sheyi Makinde on the existing article from the PDP is the best way to go. Because if article is still holding on to PDP and at the same time talking about the coalition party, it's just like he did not want the party to get it right come next election. And it's high time the PDP party, as the main opposition, do the needful if truly they want the masses to be free from these hardships. Good morning.
Thank you so much. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, madam.
Good morning to you, sir. Your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Tayo. I'm calling from Bolanle here.
All right. You're welcome, Mr. Tayo.
Thank you, madam. God bless you. And God bless West Radio.
Amen.
You see, most of the time when I call your radio station, people that knows me always make one or two comments that why am I always critical about the Hachipo? A friend called from Niger State. That was on Tuesday. He said, if I know Atiku very well, that is somebody that is so nice, that he wouldn't like to suffer, that his son has worked in one of his companies and things like that. So, precisely what I'm trying to say is that why not let us try it? We tried Buhari, but he took it in peace. He failed. We thought Tinubu being a Lagos man, that we bettered a lot of Nigeria. But exact opposite is the case. So, I feel we should try to go. God bless West Radio.
Thank you so much, Mr. Tayo. I actually have a question or two for Mr. Tayo, but I'll probably just let that rest. Let's take this call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, West Radio.
Good morning to you. Your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Len. I'm calling from Water. Good morning, Mr. Sonny.
Good
You're
morning,
welcome,
sir.
Mr.
Well, this morning I just want to correct you on Governor Sheyi Makinde's statement concerning article. Well, I can only say I wish Governor Sheyi Makinde and G5 governors well in the carcass they have reduced PDP to. May God bless them. Thank you. But article can just not be capitated like that. It's here to follow us. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for your contribution this morning. I was going to take a comment on Facebook. Adedamola Okunola says, beautiful morning to you in the studio. With the ongoing defection and coalition, it might be what is needed in the political scene, as Nigeria needs a strong party to unseat the present-day administration, as the masses do not seem to be enjoying this APC-led administration. Other political parties too should brace up. Okay, thank you so much for that comment. Now, Mr. Sani, we have a set of people who are currently having what do we call it? Um, a meeting, a conference, the Patriots, who are currently meeting to better the lot of Nigerians. At the moment, they're meeting in Abuja, I believe, to discuss so many things, amongst of which is the Constitution. Now, they are saying that the 1994 Constitution,
99?
sorry, they're saying the 1999 Constitution, as amended, is one of the problems of Nigeria. They say it does not adequately represent Nigeria and Nigerians. They say there's a word, they say it's not legitimate because it wasn't exactly put together according to what Nigerians actually want. So now they are seeking to draft a new constitution that can help to reposition the nation. Amongst that, they're also seeking a return to regional governance and so many other things. Now, Mr. Sani, let me ask this question that has been on my mind about the Patriots. What they're, coming together to do or to try to do is they mean well for the country. Most of these people are elder statesmen who have been through it all, and they have been with Nigeria when Nigeria was actively working, and they want to see a better Nigeria. At least that's what they say. Now, the Patriots are not a political party. They are not a non-governmental organization. It's just a gathering of people coming together from different parts of Nigeria and different walks of life to talk about the country. When President Tinubu started this administration, he picked up the Orosoye report and said, you know what, we're going to work on implementing the Orosoye report. But today is the 17th of July,
with a deadline of 3 months.
Today is 17th July 2025, and the picking up of that report is dead. As far as
They said they were going to conclude
That's
everything as graduates within 3 months.
Yes, but now nothing. The Patriots doing all of this, expending their energy, doing this and that. What are the chances that when they are done, anything, is going to come out of it? Also looking at the fact that the House, that's the House of Assembly, they're going around the country to also talk about the Constitution.
Amendment.
Yes, the Constitution amendment. Shouldn't they also be with the Patriots to hear what do they need to go around the country when the Patriots are here, to talk to the Patriots and sort of find out, oh, okay, this is what you want before then going around the country. Is this decision from the Patriots or solution from the Patriots, is it going to be given the attention it should be given?
I'm a practical person. I'm a realistic person. I do not see a path to a logical conclusion as regards what the Patriots are doing, because what they are doing is something that you cannot even implement going by what we have on the ground.
Why do you
There
say
is room for constitutional amendment.
Okay.
There is no room
To completely throw it out.
to replace the Constitution. There are 320 sections in the Constitution, and one of those sections says that you can amend if you feel like a section is not taking you to where you want to go as a country.
Can't you amend the whole Constitution itself?
See, if you're talking about saying that you want to amend, and if you want to actually get to the finish line, highlight sections that are not working, and let's work on these sections. If you want to do anything, you can say you want to gather yourselves today and go to a place to say you want to go and amend the Constitution. All I need to do is to go to the court and say those people gathering there are gathering against the interest of the Constitution. And the judge, I can tell, is going to say, hey, dismiss. That is the truth of the matter, because there is no constitutional provision for replacing the Constitution. You can amend as many times as you want. I have quite a number of issues with the Constitution, but trust me, the Constitution is not a problem at this particular point in time. Our problem is the group of people that will interpret and implement the Constitution. The Constitution says that if you are a member of a party and you are a legislator and you are moving from your party to another party, you must resign. What's it called?
You must leave your seat.
Your seat as a legislator. But interpretations have come to say that, you don't have to do that. The Constitution says that if you have the citizenship of another country, especially such that you were not born with, that you got it along the way, you cannot be a governor, you cannot be a president in this country. But interpretations have come to say, actually, you can be. That is wrong.
So you're saying that...
it is the operators and
you're
not the
saying
Constitution
even if
itself.
they do that, the judiciary can turn it around.
That is what they do. They interpret the Constitution, and what they say it is what it is. If this thing is white, if the court says it is black, you have to go by black. In all seriousness, I'm not a very big fan, but former President Obasi just said that, Emeka Yoku, you are my friend. Let me not lie to you. There is no perfect constitution anywhere in the world. And even if it is perfect, if you are running a perfect constitution in an imperfect country, run by imperfect leaders, you will never go anywhere. So for me, it's not just about the constitution, it's the mindset of the leaders. That is what really matters. If we were in this country when we saw Yaradua operated the 1999 constitution. And not many people complained. I'm still struggling today to find anybody who complained when Yaradua was there. And Bola Ahmed Tinubu is operating on the same constitution. And everywhere you go, it's complaint. So what exactly are we talking about? It's not the constitution. It's the mindset of the person in charge. If the president at any point in time feels like Nigeria deserves what is good and I'm going to give them what is good, he is going to make it happen. And if he has a funny idea, if we are not very careful, we are going to say it. You can amend the laws as many times as you desire. What you cannot do is that you cannot replace the Constitution. That is just the truth of the matter. So if they want to get to any destination with what they are doing, follow what is workable, not what a court is going to throw out through the window. And it's not just about mischief. It's because the court cannot interpret what is not in the Constitution. That is just the truth of the matter. So this is an unsolicited advice for the patriots. If they feel like they want to have an impact, work on the sections of the Constitution because that is what you have a legal framework to work on, not to say you want to replace the whole Constitution. No.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Sani, for that. The phone lines are still open: 0916-893-1000, 0915-333-4893, and 0911-33-33893. These are the numbers to call to be a part of the conversation this morning. All right, let's move on to more stories. Former Ekiti State Governor Ayodele Fayose was yesterday discharged of 6.9 billion naira fraud charges by a federal high court sitting in Lagos. The judge apparently said that the EFCC have failed to prove, beyond doubt that he indeed was guilty of the fraud and theft charges. And very much like him, dramatic Fayose, he broke down weeping in tears. Supporters celebrated the victory. But it's not over because...
They were even eating amala. Did you see the video? No, seriously, did you see the video?
Yeah.
No, there was a video. He was seated and construction workers were standing behind him and they were all eating amala. And he said, I hope you're enjoying the amala because I won in court. Let's go into the details. I'm not proud of the Nigerian judiciary. And what happened yesterday is something that no well-meaning Nigerian should be proud of. 2014, we all saw what happened. I saw the video. I don't know if you saw the video, but I'll tell you what I saw. Planes landed from Abuja, bringing in cash.
Apologies, let's take this call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, beautiful little woman.
Good morning,
Mr.
Mr.
Mario.
Mario. You're welcome, Mr. Mario. Please
Thank you
go
very
ahead.
much.
Morning,
Thank
sir.
you.
Yes, sir.
Now, I think I want to throw the part of Mr. Sonny this morning on what he said concerning the last topic he was talking about. I can't really figure it now.
Constitutional amendment.
But the thing is just that the constitutional amendment, thank you. Now, I think it is not about changing the constitution. I love that. It's about changing the mindset of the people that are the end of affairs. We have so many reports like Rosary report in 2014. Nothing has been. Even Tinubu said he was going to do something about that report at the time he came into office. But as we speak, nothing has been done. So many. The other confab report that was a confab something that was done some years back and there. We Alolagbo and Guabo. And the one that they are even doing yesterday, I was so much yesterday on TV. I think there are so many. The one thing that is passing my mind is that so many millions of dollars will be spent on putting this program together. Those participants that will be attending that program, they will primarily know with millions of naira. But how does that meeting better the loss of Nigerians? How does that meeting take us to where we want to go in Nigeria? How does that meeting change the constitution that we are using in Nigeria? I think it's just about the people and not the constitution. God bless us and only for that. And secondly, on the issue of Fayose, Fayose was sitting and dining for social workers yesterday. That is the usual way of life. But the thing is, one thing I want us to from that is that there's always a delay in our justice system. This Fayose saga has been on since 2014, and this is 2025. Constant, continuous delay in judgment is not often doesn't often guarantee the justice system in this country. And I think I would want the government to look into that. But it's not only Fayose that should be left, or that should be tried. How about Yahya Bello? Yahya Bello is still working freely. Obaseki spent 8 years in Edo State as a governor. We have not had any case or any charges filed against him. Does that mean Obaseki is the same? As well, Wike spent 8 years as a governor in Rivers State. Does that mean nothing has been said concerning it? Does that mean that UK too has been the I think the justice system should cut across all boards, irrespective of your party differences. Is there an APC, is there an PDP, is there an ADC, whatever. Once you rule for a particular time, there must always be an accountability, because the part of that accountability or the trial of that accountability will make those that have come behind you to sit tight and not to be involved in any malicious act when they are in the office. And lastly on the issue of article existing PDP, I think it's a good one for our democracy. CPC as well, the faction of CPC is also existing APC. I think Bolanle made we now know that Nigerians are really want good governance, really want someone that will govern with the fear of God and will make it easy for Nigerians. 2027, may we all be alive to reach 2027. Thank you very much.
Mr. Mario, before you go, what's the current situation on the Ogun State workers' strike over the pension matters?
Okay, thank you. It's still ongoing. I was at Ogun State last night. I came in around past 11 yesterday, and we had a meeting with the governor. And as at around past 9, the meeting was a deadlock. Nothing has been. The governor have not shifted their own ground. There's no agreement. And on a platform yesterday, I put it on the platform that strike still continues. Hopefully, we still have another meeting today. But once the governor is trying to shift ground, I'm telling you, the strike will be cut off and we resume back to work.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Mario.
Thank you very much.
All right. Yes, you were talking about Fayose.
Yes. Money aircraft came from, 2 of them, if I'm not mistaken, from Abuja. And the person who brought the money, Senator Musili Obanikoro of Lagos State, testified against Fayose in court that he brought 6 billion naira from Abuja and $1 million as well to give to Fayose. And guess what? Fayose said, I have no case to answer. And yesterday, a court that you would expect to be of competent jurisdiction ruled that the person who was accused by somebody standing before the judge in court of receiving over 6 billion naira and over $1 million does not have any case to answer. Let's now go into the details. Former Governor Fayose parades himself as a member of the PDP. But everywhere he goes, he says, ensure that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is re-elected come 2027. Going by what the immediate past Chief Justice of the Federation said, that the executive is the problem when it comes to the administration of justice in this country, that they always want to have an influence or the other. Can we say there is a nexus between what is happening on the ground? I mean, between Fayoshe's release yesterday and the fact that he has been clamoring for the re-election of President Bolanle. Because somebody came to court to say, I gave this guy money. And the court ruled that he doesn't have any case to answer. I mean, there is no logic whatsoever that supports that, other than the fact that it was a political judgment that we heard yesterday. And, that is one of the reasons why some of us have been questioning the integrity and the purpose of the current EFCC. They said that they are going to appeal the case. That of Oduekun Kalu, have they filed an appeal? They told us that they were going to file an appeal immediately. Have they filed it till today? And somehow you want Nigerians to believe in Nigeria? It's unfortunate.
That's a very good question. We look forward to what the EFCC is going to do on the matter. We have a message from on our WhatsApp platform. You can send your message. You have a couple of minutes left. 0915 4999 893. This person says, Boluatife, good morning. If caution isn't exercised, the current president might worsen conditions for Nigerians beyond the previous administration. Since President Tinubu took office, things haven't seemed to work well, and unworkable economic policies may be contributing to these challenges. I'd urge Mr. President to steer carefully and guide Nigeria towards prosperity. Thank you so much, Boluatife. I would also appreciate if you could also include where you're listening to us from when you send your next message. All right, more headlines. There's so many.
Can we talk about the story on inflation?
All right. We heard that our lots as Nigerians has gotten better, has improved, because the rate of inflation has come down.
Well, the truth of the matter is that a lot of factors go into inflation in the country. I can tell you free of charge, I can say it anywhere in the country, anywhere in the world, that whatever they tell you the inflation rate is today is at least 10% short of the actual stuff.
Let me ask a quick question, Mr. Sani. What is usually the first marker or indication that inflation has dropped to the common man?
Call me a foodie, the price of food. Guess what? The same Nigerian Bureau of Statistics told us yesterday that, okay, inflation appears to be rising in the food sector, that the price of food is getting higher and higher and higher, but somehow inflation in the country is going down. I mean, how exactly does that make sense to a reasonable person? It is not making sense to me. And in all seriousness, we need to be realistic here. January, they just shift 10% of the inflation rate of the country. And today, the rate of inflation in the food area is still going up. At a period where we should be having harvests, that tells you there is crisis.
Just the other day, I was pricing yams, and the woman said it's 3 for 10,000 naira.
And those things must be very, very small.
I'll leave it at that. Meanwhile, the federal government has said there is no new terror group in the country. This is coming on the heels of a warning by the Turkish government that members of a terrorist group known as the Fethullah terrorist organization operate in Nigeria as well as in other countries around the world. The Turkish ambassador designate to Nigeria, Mehmet Poroy, also claimed that the group was using schools and health centers as a cover for its operations in the country. When we learned that Boko Haram was, was a terrorist organization, what we were being told initially was that no, they just want Islamic education. That's all they want, and then it snowballed into what it is. We urge the government of the day to please help us.
One might conclude that, it's a Turkish problem because, Turkey, the president is there, Erdogan, and is having people who are challenging him. Part of the people challenging him is the head of this particular organization we are talking about. But look at one thing. In the last 10 years, we have found containers coming from Turkey containing weapons and ammunition. You cannot just wave this off.
All right, we'd love to talk more on that, but we don't have so much time. We'll take some more comments from Facebook. Oluwaseun Ruth says, good morning, Wells FM. It's so obvious the government of today knows the problem Nigerians are battling with, but they fail to find a lasting solution to the issue of insecurity, unemployment, high inflation rates, and so many more. It's high time the government of today shows more seriousness to governance rather than toying with the lives of the masses this way. Thank you so much to everyone who called. Apologies to those who we can't take their calls. Our time is fast spent. We have to wrap up now, but don't go away. The sports crew is right on ground, ready to give you the latest, the freshest, and the best stories in the world of sports. This is Wells Radio 89.3 FM, your preferred wholesome radio. Keep listening and don't tune away.